How you doing, YouTube? This is Chris Meezer here with another video about PlayStation 5, and it looks like it finally came in, and I'm excited to unbox it for you guys. And I can't wait to share every single moment of this because this is something that's truly groundbreaking. Hey Fan Bam, I want to share something personal with you guys because I'm sure you guys can understand. I wasn't able to produce this content out there fast enough for you guys because my wife was in the hospital, but luckily everything's okay, nothing's wrong. We were just stuck there for about 12 hours. Luckily my wife's okay. There was no real serious issues. It's something that can be resolved with some medication. So make sure you wish Mrs. Meezer some luck. I do have the PS5 in hand, and I'm sure you guys are more than excited to see what's in here. I'm excited too, myself, because the last console I had was PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 4 was really an amazing console. I just wasn't really interested in it. PlayStation 5 is definitely a game changer, just because of the load times itself with the SSD, the custom SSD that PlayStation 5 does have. Remember how much trouble I had trying to get the PlayStation 5? It was really difficult, especially on Walmart's website, because it practically kept kicking out the item out my cart. So eventually, with perseverance and persistence, I was able to finally get one pre-ordered. Now, the only other problem that there was that it did not arrive on time. Matter of fact, it arrived Friday the 13th. Go figure, right? It was supposed to arrive, of course, on Thursday on release date, but luckily I was able to get it Friday. I had some of my friends that said that they wouldn't receive it till Saturday. So without further ado, I will open this up and we can see exactly what's in this box. But of course, this is just a box right now. Nothing really special about it. One of the best tools you can use, one of these little flathead screwdrivers to open up these packages. So excited opening something new. Especially when it's new hardware, you gotta be excited for it. Wow, look at this. It is official. Take a look at this. Play like never before. They don't really pack it too crazy in there, but that's how it looks. Beautiful, right? This is going to be really amazing to open. Especially, I did get the disc version because I know there's a lot of great PlayStation 4 titles that I haven't got to play. I ended up selling my PlayStation 4 when it was like about 2014 or 15 because I thought I wouldn't really have interest in this anymore because of course I'm PC Master Race and everything. It's always good to get a PlayStation 5 so you can play with your friends, your family, and not only that, but you could get to play all the exclusives on PlayStation 5. You guys can see exactly the sheer size of this box. It's literally sitting next to my PC case, and I did do that on purpose because I do want to see exactly how big this console is. And you've seen pictures next to a PS3, the original console. You've seen it next to a PS4 with its original launch console, and now we're gonna see exactly how big is this PS5. How many of you guys are big fans of keeping boxes just like this? I know I am, for sure, because I kept everything I practically had when I built this PC as well. Without further ado, let's open this up. I don't always like to peel the sticker completely off, or I should say cut through the sticker. I know some of you guys out there are thinking, why would I get a PlayStation 5 when I have a PC already? And isn't PlayStation 5 a inferior console compared to PC? And yes, Yes, it is. It is an inferior console compared to a PC, of course. But just remember, you're just getting a console because you just want to play and have fun. And I'm also a lover of tech, so you have to enjoy everything you can. You can't just be biased on one thing. You should enjoy all tech, in my opinion. But let's open this up. Ooh, it is pretty heavy actually. That's it right there. Take a look at that. Amazing, right? You guys ready to turn this around and find out what's inside of this PlayStation 5 box? Open it right there. Just the satisfying opening. Just the satisfying opening of PlayStation 5 console. I'll flip this right down to its side. Fold that flap down. And you can see you got another tab, and that just popped out. Right there. Take a look at this thing. It's actually not as white as I thought it was. It kind of looks grayish. A little bit more grayish, kind of like that original PlayStation color. And feels pretty nice. Ergonomics definitely feel a whole lot different on it compared to than what I really thought it was going to be. And it still has like those same ports in there. Right there, as you can see. Analog sticks look a little smaller actually, from what I remember. You see the analog sticks? And you got the bumpers, the bumpers here. It definitely feels different. It's almost similar to Xbox Series X, where it's kind of similar to that kind of feel, like where you can actually feel the trigger going down. You can, I guess that's why they call it an adaptive trigger. I wonder if this is still touch, but we'll find out once everything's hooked up, I guess. Of course, they got that share button in, but the PlayStation 5 controller, it's official. As you know, I'm kind of really neat when something is new. You're gonna really try to do your best to take care of it, but we'll set this out here. Just like that. Now, of course, PlayStation 5 quick start guide. You got the PlayStation 5 safety guide right there. Running out of space already. I'm running out of space already. Now my desk ain't all that big, but let's open up some more of it. Alright. Looks like, of course, you got the power. That looks like the plug, the power up the PlayStation 5. Not really all that special, just the plug, right? And looks like something wants to pull out. Let me put my hand here so that it does not. I don't know if you guys really see that very clearly, but looks like two cords are in here. There's one exposed one, and there's something in here, and we'll see what it is. I believe it feels like the dock that's in here. Set that up there. Of course, you got PlayStation, Sony's finest HDMI cords in here, and this looks like the dock that they include inside of PlayStation 5. Right there, it's kind of light, plasticky, and it looks like a little tab, but I guess we'll kind of figure it out as we go along once we get the PlayStation 5 console actually out, because I do want to sit it next to my PC just to show you guys exactly how big it is, and I'll take out the measuring tape for you guys to show you the exact size of it. We'll set that back here. Now let's pull this top half off. Now after that, and they package it pretty nicely in there, as you can see. This comes right off, and that just kind of sits on what actually looks like the console. It's not as much as packed as I thought it would be in here, but let's actually pull out the console to see what it looks like. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. Ooh, it's pretty heavy. Hey, Chris Mizo, don't you lift weights? Yeah, I lift weights. Yeah, that's actually pretty heavy. If I was lifting this, yeah, there are these little egg cartons on the side, or whatever you call them. Let me see. That's got to be like 25, 30 pounds. It really feels like you're holding a PC in your hand. I mean, look at it. As a tech lover, I cannot just drop it. And I'm not rich either, so. Huh, take a look at that. That is pretty hefty. It kind of reminds me of the original PlayStation 3. That's what it reminds me of. Except probably without all the memory card slots and everything. It's a shame that I don't have those anymore, but I guess nobody really uses them. I'm actually practically surprised because how they just packed everything into this console like this. Especially PC guys out there know exactly how small NVMe is. So for it to weigh like this, it must have some serious hardware in here. I would imagine AMD's big Navi's part of it, or AMD's graphics cards is part of it, but now let's strip it. Ready? Woo! Look at that. Wow. That's, when you actually see this thing in person, that's really designed really beautiful, actually. I mean, you have this nice piano kind of gloss black around it, and then you have this kind of, like I said, it's not like that pure white as you would think it is. It's almost like the original PlayStation colors. It kind of gives you that nostalgia feeling when you're looking at it. But it does look like it does contain USB-C up in the front here, and it has a USB-A port as usual, of course. Got the power button, and that looks like some sort of that looks like eject. And of course you got the disk drive here. So I wonder exactly when you sit on something, wonder exactly why it needs that dock. But you can see, because of how glossy this black is, it kind of could collect dust easy. And these vents are massive. You could actually, if you could see the fans in there, very, very big vents. Definitely plenty of ventilation. On the bottom side, it's more heavier for sure, because I guess that's where the disc, the actual disc is, or the disc drive, or optical drive, or however, whatever you like to call it. I wonder exactly how the digital edition feels, if it's similar to this. But I mean, it's really a beautiful design console, guys. Yeah, if you guys want to set this horizontally, all you got to do is, you see this groove here, you just hook up the PlayStation 5, the kind of like the plastic groove on the back of the PlayStation 5. You just sit it within that groove. And if you want to stand it up, it looks like you just kind of sit it on here, but that's something we'll figure on the go, or we'll figure out on the go. I'll show you exactly what I mean by these grooves hooking it up horizontally, because I think they don't want you to lay it directly on there, because as you can see, there's like a curvature here. There's like some sort of curvature there, and I think this kind of takes away that curvature. Kind of like when you put something under your furniture so it doesn't wobble. And PlayStation 5 included this so it prevents any kind of wobble for it, because it's probably imbalanced, I would imagine. And as you can see here, on the back of it, kind of sits in that groove, and you're good to go. And then on top of that, I mean, take a look at that, the USB 3.1 or 3.2. It includes Ethernet cords and HDMI output, and of course, the power connection. And if you look really closely, it's pretty cool because it actually has like the little PlayStation symbols there, the square, triangle, circle, X. Really cool look and feel. As you can see, this thing gyrates just like this. It kind of spins on the bottom end of it, and it kind of turns around. You can actually feel it locking, but it just kind of spins just like that. And so if you would lock your PS5, you just sit it up just like this, and then sit the back of it just like that. There you go. That makes a lot more sense. The way the angle, the way the PS5 looks like it's actually gonna tilt over. But yeah, look at that. Isn't that just beautiful there? Now there is one thing missing, I noticed, that I did not impact, was that there should be a USB-C cable for the PlayStation 5. Let me see if I can find that. Sounds like something in there. There it is. Got it inside this box. There is a USB-C included with the PlayStation 5, so you can charge your. So now I'm gonna unwrap this so we can charge it up, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like, what the UI looks like, and then on my next content I will make sure to give this a very thorough review. I don't want to just review it off the bat because it's pretty unfair for the console, especially it's been just released. To get a really good feel for it, you have to try it out for at least a week to know what it's like. Hey FanBam, I'm about to move this console over to where my TV is, and we'll hook up the PlayStation 5. So guys, I got the PlayStation 5 hooked up, and we're gonna see exactly how the PS5 menu is gonna be like. And I have the Dualsense controller hooked up as well, and I got it hooked up through my receiver. Now I do got it hooked up to a 1080p TV. Again, this is for really test purposes, so you guys can get an idea of what the UI exactly is like for PlayStation 5. There it is. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Nice blue kind of frame color. The blue LEDs glowing on the side of it. There it is. PlayStation 5. Already looks amazing. So now it's prompting me to press the PlayStation button, and we'll push it. We'll do English. There it is. Successfully connected to the Wi-Fi. It says the circles should fill the screen without showing the black borders. If the circles are cut off or you see the black borders, press it up and down to adjust it. Okay. We'll continue without the disc now. We'll do optimize experience. And of course, nobody reads this stuff unless you do. We'll confirm. And it looks like it already has an update. Figures, every kind of console on launch date always has some sort of update. I feel like they overthink it, so they always have to force an update. It's relatively small, and more than likely it's probably going to be a security update. Alright, so it looks like it's rebooting again. Good old PlayStation symbol there. Pressing the PlayStation button on the controller. And now it looks like it's added some stuff. A new version. Oh wow, they even have updates for the controller itself. But it looks like it has two-step verification. Menu. And man, it puts you through a lot of different kind of we'll do that later, because practically all TVs already have it in there. Do this later because I don't have a PS4 anymore. That's it. That's what we're looking for. So this is actually how it looks like. You got the PlayStation Store here, and it's that's how it looks. It's really snappy, really fast. I am looking forward to this. Resident Evil Village, that's gonna be a really, really good game, I feel like. Hitman 3. But some of this stuff, you know, honestly, I'd rather get on PC. I just really want to play PlayStation 5 for the exclusives itself. But you go to the Explorer page, and then over here it looks like they have different broadcasts and different tutorials on everything. It shows live videos of people playing, which is pretty cool, pretty awesome. Astro's Playroom, that must be a whole, it looks like a free game. I'm not too familiar what Astro really is. And of course PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Now. They got the Media Gallery, Share Factory Studio. And that's apparently the big thing that everybody was talking about was remote play. You can actually play PlayStation 5 games on another location. You can play PlayStation 5 games on a PS4, which is crazy. So if your PlayStation 4 is in another room, you can actually play it through remote play. And game library. Oh, these are all the games I actually used to have. And they're all locked, of course. Oh, of course, it's gonna make me buy it back again, right? Well, and of course the settings, of course you got accessibility, networks. For example, I got it hooked up to surround sound now. I would go to sound, And let's go audio output, and it's going through an amplifier. Yep, and it does now. It's a 7.1 surround sound audio. So guys, I really hope you sincerely enjoyed this content. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you want to join this big, wonderful fan band, make sure you go down and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. And for all the newest updates, make sure you follow my Twitter handle right here. And my handle is the same for all my other social media apps if you're interested in following those as well. And guys, are you interested in getting a PlayStation 5, or are you not as interested? Let me know in the comments down below for your reasoning, because I love hearing from you guys. And thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great weekend.